Grandeur by Gerard Manley Hopkin. The summary of this poem. The poet Hopkins begins the poem by saying that the world is brimming with the glory and splendor of God. Then the poet goes on to say that this glory manifests itself in two ways. At times, it frames out with sudden brilliance. It seems as though a silver foil is shaken, radiating glints of light. At other times, the grandeur of God becomes apparent over a period of time. Thus, the poet compares this grandeur of God to the oil oozing out from crushed olives and gathering into a thick pool. This second way in which God's grandeur becomes evident arrests the attention of the poet. Next, the poet asks why people no longer pay attention to God's rod. In other words, the poet wants to know why people no longer recognize the just punishments of God. The divine rod of God both hits the sinner and heals him. Then the poet goes on to observe that if people no longer care about God's rod, it is because they have become fatalistic towards their misfortunes. The senses of people have grown dull. They don't feel pain as they used to earlier, nor do they care about the cause of their pain. The poet feels that life has become a monotonous and weary routine for them. Thereupon the poet goes on to say that people's love and obsession for money has left an ugly mark on everything in the world. The beauty of nature has been rendered ugly by human toil. The dirt and stench of human selfishness has infected the whole world of nature. The earth is now bare, having lost all living beauty. Man has no sensitivity to this bareness. Thus, man can neither feel the hardness nor the softness of the earth. However, towards the conclusion of the poem, the poet's religious faith rises above this pessimistic picture of human life. The poet is able to look from darkness to light, from night to day. He is able to look from winter to spring. The poet observes that there is a never-failing source of freshness in the depths of nature. With every arrival of the spring season, the earth is renewed with this freshness. It is the continued brooding of the Holy Ghost over the bent world which brings forth renewed life from generation to generation. The Holy Ghost looks after mankind with the same protective care as a dove looks after its young ones. While concluding, it can be said that the first line of the poem God's Grandeur is an awestruck outcry of joy at the omnipresent grandeur of God. But the next 7 lines of the octave present a pessimistic picture of the world. In the sestet, however, the feeling of joy reasserts itself, and the innate glory of all beings and the loving presence of the Holy Ghost are stated in an emphatic manner. The octave presents a dilemma, while the sestet breaks out of the dilemma by the power of its statement of religious belief. There is sincere conviction behind the sestet. With this, I come to the end of this summary. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.